Thanks so much for your company this morning. That was Red Dirt Road Trip. It's currently #1 on the Australian Country Airplay chart. From our next guest's new album, Caught in the Middle, which is already in the top 10 of the official New Zealand charts. Congratulations and welcome back, Ali Cook.
Yeah, good to have you, Ali.
Wow,
Great to be back.
You are hot off the plane from Australia. When we say that, we mean you literally got off at, 3 o'clock this morning, didn't you?
Correct.
Pretty much came straight to see us.
I'm half awake.
You've been touring for 5 weeks.
I have.
How's the reaction to the album been over there?
Been really amazing. On this album, of course, it's the first one that I've recorded in Australia, and been very fortunate to work with some really amazing people on that album. It's been really well received, and I played at Mildura Country Music Festival, played in Sydney, played in Tasmania.
Wow.
So got around the country a wee bit while I was there, and did about, I don't know, something like 40 radio interviews in the time that I was there.
Wow, slick professional.
Yeah, so fairly full on.
Yeah, no, well, and it's hard work, isn't it, the music
is.
industry? People just think it's a song and a dance, literally, but it's not. There's a lot of hard work that goes into it.
There is.
Now, this album is
Yes.
crowdfunded, isn't it? So can you explain how that works?
Okay, so I had 268 people from 17 countries who put in various amounts. Either bought the album in advance, threw in $100, bought a house concert, you know, there was a whole lot. And one of them, of course, was you, who bought this album. There you are, and you're the first person in New Zealand to get it handed over.
Oh, that is amazing.
Because
That's
I
awesome.
posted all the Australian ones out, and
Right.
I'm posting all the New Zealand ones
So I'm
out.
the first in New Zealand to get this.
You are.
That's so cool.
And I really wanted to support you, Ali, because I just see so many talented people, and I know that it's tough work getting an album out, but to
It
actually
is.
have the physical copy in my hand, I'm very proud of that. And nice that I, you know, in a funny sort of way, helped out. I feel quite,
You do, you're
quite
part of
part
it.
of it.
Not a funny
yeah.
sort of
Part of
way.
it,
And you
actually.
gave Ali money,
Yeah,
and then you
true.
get the album.
Your name is inside.
Oh, is it? Oh, my
it's
God.
a lot.
Oh, that is a
268
bonus.
are actually.
How does the crowdfunding
Open the
actually
whole
work?
thing up.
Like, what do people get for their money
So
essentially?
some
Like, how
people
do you
just
use it?
some people just advance bought the CD, and some people you know, bought a house concert. Some people bought all 3 of my albums,
And that helps you to make the album.
And so that rounds the funds up and helps me to make it. But also on this one now, I have a label, SBD Music in Australia, so
That's
it's
cool.
a small independent
And when you
label
say
that's supporting me.
You say from all over the world, you mean all over the world. Just looking at the list
Yeah.
here: Belgium, Sweden, Norway, Latvia, Switzerland, Canada.
Yeah.
It's extraordinary.
So that's such as the world of the internet.
Yes, that's why she's
So,
always touring
don't
around
you
the
love
world.
it?
I think it's cool. It's sort of I like to inspire other people to follow their goals, and I hope that people look at me and go, hey, I can write that book and I can raise the funds to publish it or whatever, you know.
So right.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's talk about the people you work with, because
Yeah.
Caught in the Middle was recorded in Australia,
Yes.
and you used Buzz and David Nicholas. And
Yeah.
those names may not mean a lot to some people, but for those in the know, they will, won't they?
Okay, so Buzz Bidstrup was the founding member of the Angels.
There you go.
So he wrote a song called No Secrets with Doc Neeson, which many people will know.
Nice.
Yes.
Also, Dave Nicholas worked at a place called Rhinoceros in Australia, and then he went on to work in Real World Studios in London, which is owned by Peter Gabriel. So he's recorded with Sir Elton John. He's recorded with all sorts of people.
And he's an ARIA winner, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, he's a multi-ARIA winner.
Yeah.
And so I had, you know, a real privilege, and the musicians the same, people from Mondo Rock, Mental as Anything, just... I mean, it was very daunting walking into the room.
Well, I was going to
but-
say that. Is it nerve-wracking working with people like that?
Well, it was, but they put you at ease, and
Right.
so and this album was done differently. So instead of building it up on a computer or something, you know, I actually walked into the room with all of the musicians in isolated booths, looking at each other, and laid the whole album down like that.
That
So
could
you-
work either 2 ways, couldn't it?
It's-
Terrifying or amazing.
Yeah.
Well, it is sort of terrifying, but it is sort of amazing, because then you get the feel of the music in
Yes.
there that you just can't do digitally, I don't
Yeah.
think.
And you had a special guest star, Sharon O'Neill was in there
I
too.
did.
wasn't she?
Sharon has done a version of Casey Chambers' Not Pretty Enough with me, and she's also sung on another track on the album as well. So she's a good mate, and real great to have her on the recording with me.
You've got a great ear for music, Ali, so when you're making an album, how do you know when you are satisfied with the finished product, or is that what your usual producer's for? Because wouldn't you just want to keep going and going and going until you're like, okay, cool, I'm happy now, but then there's the danger that you'd never finish.
Yeah, well, that's where that kind of laying it down thing happens. So you usually like do 2 runs of it, then everybody comes into the room, and it's usually unanimous. Everybody will go, wow, take 2,
Got it.
really really had the energy, that's the one we're going with, and then we do a few little overdubs and some backing vocals, and that's it. And then that's mixed and finished, you know. A lot of work in the production team afterwards, after you leave the building. There's lots that goes on.
All the cleaning up. Are you going to be taking it to the US to tour?
Well, there's a few US people have bought it, and yeah, we are talking about possibly going over to Nashville to do something next year.
Nice.
So, and you know, I'll be doing some stuff around New Zealand as well, of course. So.
And the country music scene in New Zealand is quite vibrant, isn't it?
It is. It's growing and it's getting stronger, and I think people are realising that country music isn't just country and western old-fashioned.
Yeah.
You know, it's actually country old, it's country blues, which is where I more lie. This album's got a lot of blues, soul, country crossover kind of tracks in it. So it's a very wide genre, and I think people are learning that.
And what do you love the most about making music? Is it that moment you're on stage and people are watching, or is it when you're listening to your finished album in the privacy of your own home?
I love the live, and I love the process of recording the music, and you know, and the kick you get from that, and writing the songs, and then seeing them come to life, because this has been co-written with my producer and his wife, so yeah, so it's a good vibe to see them come to life. They're like little children set out into the world.
What's the first thing you do when you get like a hard copy of the album in your hands? What's the first thing you do with it?
Well, you sort of open
Sniff
it up
it,
and
yeah.
look at it, sniff it.
Do you like stick it in your car and go for a drive and listen to the whole thing? Or?
Yeah. Well, I did, and that was I actually drove 1,000 kilometres down to Mildura with it.
Oh, so you listened to it a few
just like
times?
through it and like, listened to it a few times, and yeah. Well, Red Dirt Road Trip was partially written on the way down there.
Perfect.
A couple
Did
of
you sing
years
along?
ago. Yes, we did. We actually did carpool karaoke, actually.
Oh,
We
look at
did that
you.
live onto Facebook, me and my offsider Therese.
Oh, good work. Okay, and do you have a favourite? I know it's like trying to choose your favourite child, but Red Dirt Road Trip working well. I mean, it's charting
Great.
exceptionally well.
There's a song on there called We Hold Up Half the Sky, which is a real blues track, and it's a woman empowerment song. And
Okay, nice.
I love that track.
Okay.
So,
Great. Okay, cool. So the album is out, and we'll give people details on how to get this. But are you going to be performing soon, and where can we see you?
yes, I am actually. So next Wednesday at the Tauranga Arts Festival, I'm going to be performing with John Wright and the Sou'westers.
Oh, it's our cricketer.
Our cricketing friend, with his album Red Skies and a new EP. And then we're going to head off to Christchurch on the 1st of November, and we're going to be playing down there for Wellness Canterbury, North Canterbury Trust, which is a benefit for North Canterbury region, with John Wright and the Sou'westers, and I will be doing Red Dirt Road Trip at those gigs.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah.
And nice. And thanks for bringing Mike a coffee. And I see that you signed it for him too, which is pretty
I know,
special.
she's a star.
And we'll see you
Love
back
it.
again for the next one too, I'm sure.
I feel quite honoured having the name in there. There you go.
You should do. And Ali's album, Caught in the Middle, is out right now. You can go grab a copy. And to find out when you can see Ali perform live, if you missed those dates, check out her website, alicook.com.au.
Thanks, Ali.